Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you guys about my first solo or my first cross-country solo experience and then give you some tips. For sure, it is one of the best thing I have done. I just got here, so I just want to, kind of like spill some of the tips with you guys. The first tip that I want to share with you guys is expect the unexpected. Okay, obviously I don't know if you noticed, but I'm parked at the actually ramp in my local airport, just because I don't want to do this video while I was flying, because I need to concentrate on what I was doing. But now that I park over here, I can share with you guys some of these tips, and I think it's gonna help you guys out. Like I say, expect the unexpected. What this mean? This mean that you will definitely gonna see some stuff that you never see during training. You're going to experience new words and new situations that you never saw with your instructor. So you actually have to kind of look into what is the best outcome, right? When you actually see that situation, trying to analyze the situation and see what your options are, and then execute. Okay, I will give you an example. And then I was about 10 miles into landing. The tower actually say something where I thought it was for me, and I replied to that. I replied to the tower call, and she told me, "Hey, 244 Bravo Mike, that was not for you." And all I had to say, roger that. Okay, so some of the stuff that I encountered, like, it was some mistakes that you as a student pilot and as a beginner, you're gonna do those mistakes. So feel free to understand that you're gonna make mistakes on your first solo cross country, just like me on a radio call, right? You're flying an airplane, so you have to concentrate, accept it, you made the mistakes, and continue to drive on.
Talking about expect the unexpected, another good example happened during my long cross-country flight when I arrived at Northmore Beach Airport, which was my last airport. I did a stop and go, and then the tower passed me to departure. When I contact departure, the air traffic controller asked me, "Are you going back to 2 Golf Charlie?" At that point, I froze because I wasn't expecting that. 2 Golf Charlie, that didn't happen when I was flying with my CFI, right? When it didn't happen at all during my training. So again, I wasn't expecting that. And then the second time she asked me, "Are you going back to the 2 Golf Charlie?" Then it clicks that she actually talking about my local airport. So I replied back to, "Yes, I'm going back to 2 Golf Charlie, 244 Bravo Mike." So prepare for the unexpected.
The number 2 tip that I want to give you guys is that don't forget that you're a student pilot. So you can say in the radio when you're doing your flight following that you are a student pilot. Okay, so the way I do it, I would just make the call for the flight following, and at the end I will say student pilot 244 Bravo Mike, right? That actually make big difference. You have to understand that even though you have a flight following and the traffic control is going to pass you from one airport to another one, that doesn't mean that the new traffic control is actually tracking the U.S. student pilot. They actually, have the flight plan that you actually request at the beginning. But because I say I'm a student pilot to my first traffic controller, that doesn't mean that my next traffic control is tracking that I am a student pilot. So one of the things that I was doing that helped me a lot was that every time that I got passed from one tower or one departure to a different approach, I was always saying I'm a student pilot. This actually was a game changer. I remember going into the North Morro Beach airport, and the traffic controller over there was very busy, and she was speaking very fast. As soon as I say student pilot, she actually slowed down, and all the calls that she gave me, I was able to understand. It was a game changer. So I would 100% recommend, don't forget to say student pilot, okay? And don't forget to say every time you get into a new airport.
The last advice I'm gonna give you is to look into your pilot controller glossary before you do your cross-country flights. You can find these all the way on the back of the Far Aim book, or you can also look into the FAA website for this glossary, and you will look into these words because you're going to see these words on your cross-country flight. Some of the words that I use would say again. Obviously, English is my second language. Sometimes I couldn't understand, or it was just too fast. So I use say again, or I use speak slower. These words are actually in the glossary, and you can use it. Other words that I was able to use during my cross-country flight was traffic in sight, negative contact, or traffic not factor. I will highly recommend you to look into these, and that way you prepare to respond to some of the stuff that are unexpected. But if you know what it means, then you will be able to react properly. And there you have it, my experience and tips from my first cross-country solo flight. Number 1, expect the unexpected. Number 2, mention you are a student pilot. And number 3, study the pilot controller glossary. Remember, making mistakes is part of the learning process. Just embrace it, keep it going, and always prioritize safety. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more aviation related content. Until the next time, happy flying.